Will Khamzat Chimaev successfully defend his middleweight title against Sean Strickland in the main event of UFC 328? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
Another hard one. But I'm going to go Strickland. I know I'm probably in the minority with that one, but I think this is almost like the opposite of Brady versus Buckley. I think because Strickland's wrestling is so good, because I've wrestled with him once. He came out here to Denver like 2 years ago, like randomly. He just popped up at the gym and we were doing like wall grappling drills. He's very strong, and he's got positional strength. Like, he knows how to get his shoulders in the right angle and start to shimmy and get off. Like, he's a very good grappler. And I think in the striking department, I think it's even. I think the volume that he presents, that makes up for maybe his technique not being the cleanest, but he just has so much volume. I think unless Khamzat's able to catch him, which is possible, but I don't think Khamzat beats him in a decision. I think if it goes decision, it goes to Strickland.
I think Khamzat. That fool is on a different league right now. I think it's gonna be interesting. I gotta see how much security they're gonna have in that fight card, but we'll see.
Chimaev. I mean, dude, Chimaev's sick. I mean, let's be honest. Strickland's gonna hate me for this, but I think Chimaev's the guy.
Oh, it's hard too, because I do guys, strong guys. But I think I would put Strickland. Strickland is have a lot of good defense for the takedowns. And the Strickland have a more stamina. The was be a puncher, a striking in the feet.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I do think Khamzat's going to go out there and win. But again, Sean Strickland, he has some pretty underrated jiu-jitsu. But at the same time, man, he's going against a monster like Khamzat, man. That's going to be a really good fight. I do think Khamzat takes the win, though.
Ну, я думаю, мне кажется, он защитит.
I believe still he will defend his title, Chimaev, in that fight. Although Strickland is very durable and tough opponent, but Khamzat probably will have harder opponent. But nonetheless, Khamzat will still defend the belt.
Right, so that's another good fight. I mean, I'd probably have to go towards Khamzat. I think he's but like Sean's got some sneaky wrestling, like defense, and it's weird because you look at Sean's style and you think, how does he do that? But he does it to the top guys. It's like I think it's crazy how good Sean fights when with that style against the best guys. So yeah, I'll probably go Khamzat, but I think Sean will do well.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Khamzat. He the way how he dismantled DDP, I was like, yo, I don't see why he couldn't do that against anybody in the division. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Chimaev.
Well, he lost to Duplessis, who isn't as good at wrestling as Chimaev, but they've trained together, and I think that helps when you've trained with somebody, so you really have felt them. Obviously, we know Chimaev's a wrestler. We know he's gonna wrestle somewhere in that first 12 seconds of the first round. So, but once you felt somebody before, I think it either like gives you confidence or you're just like, yo, I can never ever beat that guy. But Sean just seems like the type of dude who, he's gonna show up and fight and, make it as nasty as he can or pretty as he can. Like his last fight against Fluffy, he basically beat him with the jab.
Yeah.
So, he can get it done both ways, but obviously Chimaev is a tough matchup for anybody.
So you think Chimaev gets it done?
Probably so.
Khamzat Chimaev, I think he takes him down and mauls him. Sean's very patient, but I think the way he stands up tall and just the way that nobody even comes close to stuffing Khamzat's takedowns, yeah, Khamzat's going to take him down and do what he does.
Man, Sean Strickland's a tricky one, man. It's like he gets a lot of hate. You know, I know his personality's big, but he's really good at what he does. His stand up is tricky. Khamzat's kind of a bully fighter, and I think when he's getting a hold of you because he's not as comfortable with the stand up and at range and stuff. And I think Sean Strickland's ability to defend takedowns is kind of slept on as well. I'm gonna go with the American. I'm rooting for Strickland in that one.
Yeah, Khamzat, I would think. I'm interested to see how well. I was impressed with the Fluffy Hernandez fight because I'm a big Fluffy fan. So I'm interested to see how he does against the grappling. But people forget that Chimaev can strike too. Like, yeah, he likes to wrestle, but we're forgetting about when you fought Gilbert Burns and he couldn't keep the takedown and he struck. I'm very interested to see how that fight goes, but I'm taking Khamzat.
Ooh, I mean, that's such a tough one. I mean, Strickland's so annoying, and his style is very unorthodox to me. It's very hard to pick up on. He's a dog, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Chimaev.
I will never bet against Khamzat Chimaev. That guy is he is something special. He's like one person that, I mean, I could see him going his entire career undefeated.
Ooh. I want to say Sean, but I think Khamzat.
Chimaev, all the way. Oh, man. Okay. I rock with Strickland, man. I really do rock with Strickland. I hope maybe he can pull it off and represent, the U.S. in a real way. I'm excited to see like what kind of get-ups he has whenever Chimaev does take him down, or if how long is it gonna take for Chimaev to take him down, and if he can get back up and start using those teeps and kind of really have a good game plan like he had against Hernandez. I mean, could be an interesting fight, and I don't know. I'm pulling for Strickland, man. I'm pulling for Strickland.
I think Khamzat's gonna win. Strickland is very good too. But I just think Khamzat is on other level. You know what I mean? This guy, like, he seems unbeatable. His wrestling is really, really high level. For sure, I think that Strickland will give him a good adversity, though. I don't think it will be a walk in the park for Khamzat, but I do believe that Khamzat will get his hand raised and keep the belt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know as far as like what the decision-making process goes in behind these title fights and whatnot, but I feel like maybe Imavov should have gotten the title. Could have been just because, I forget when his last fight was. I forget when Imavov's last fight was.
I think it was Kyle Verhaeghe was the last one.
Yeah. I think maybe they just want Sean to jump in there just because of him and Chimaev's history, of training together and whatnot, and like a lot of behind the scenes talking of like him getting submitted a ton and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Imavov should have gotten it as well. But yeah, I feel like Chimaev will potentially just hold him down, maybe finish him, submit him in the probably second or third.
Oh man, I think that's a good fight too. I think Sean Strickland talks a good game about how he can defend the takedown, but I just don't see nobody stopping Khamzat, so I'm going Khamzat.
I think Chimaev by severe suffocation.
I'm gonna back, Sean, and not because he's like an extreme guy. I feel like he's one of the toughest guys to really take down in the sport and hold down. I feel like it's gonna be a super competitive fight, and people are kind of just which is warranted. Khamzat is Khamzat, but I feel like Sean's gonna do really well in that fight.
I don't see anyone beating Chimaev, so it's going to be an easy pick for me in that one. I mean, obviously, stylistically, Strickland's going to be bringing in something completely different to what Khamzat's sort of used to. But if you look at all the training footage and stuff like that, and the type of training that he's been getting at Jackson, he looks in great shape. So I see him taking that one.
I think Sean Strickland's going to win this. Looks like Sean Strickland's it's a hard guy to hold down. I think he's going to march forward, and I think it's going to be interesting.
Man, I want to say Sean Strickland, but I don't think he can do it. I think Chimaev is going to take him down.